Okay. Do we have audio now? Looks like we have audio now. Let's take a look at the bench if we... Do we have audio now? Looks like we have audio now. Let's take a look at the bench if we... Yeah. Looks like it's gonna work. There we go, yeah. Yeah. Looks like it's gonna work. I had to unplug the main microphone. Then it started working. I had to unplug the... I still have the... Oh yeah. Pesky little bugger. When I've got it playing and also transmitting. Haven't been streaming for a long time. Looks like I forgot how to do it. So, let's get some more light in the place. Yeah, delayed echo, because if I play the stream on my laptop into the speakers above the desk, the sound will go into the microphone I'm talking through and go out there again. So there's this huge delay loop between the mic, the computer that does the streaming, the YouTube server, the laptop, the speakers, and the mic again. So, it can measure the audio data travel path from the microphone to the speakers. But if it was any good, it would be more like reverb than echo. So, what's in the chat? Closed loop feedback diagnosis, yeah. No diagnosis needed, I guess. Now it's working, and today hi Coco. Show your pretty cat face. Your pretty cat face. I had some problems with the settings in OBS and had to revert to a software encoder, even though the hardware encoder on the graphics card did work before the last year, but I haven't been streaming for a long time, so any operating system update could have just discombobulated the whole thing. So when I tried streaming a few hours before, just to check if everything is okay, I had a nasty surprise of the settings being wrong, and had to solve some problems, but now it's a lot better. I think that the video and audio quality is manageable. So if you have any problems on your end, just tell me and we'll try to take care of that. So now I've been going through a big project on the bench, with the bench. The project of rewiring the whole thing. I've got a modular trough for the 45 by 45 sockets that also accepts some other standard modular sockets and panels like audio, video, and network. And most of what I have there is custom made. I just did it over 2 days. It's gonna be a lot better now. And the device testing setup is completely new and improved. It has a variac and a separation transformer for any kind of vintage electronics work. And I would say that mine is now much better than Mr. Carlson's. So, no, nothing new on the chat. I should have announced the stream a day before. It's also the thing that it's Monday and I've been out of regular streaming for months. I think I will get back to it. But I've got some interesting stuff in the lab. Iskra 111. One of 2 Iskra 111 calculators. The other one is here. Look at that! Oh, it's a thing of beauty! Joy forever! Look at those Nixies! Okay, Coco, you have become redundant. Got 2 of those Iskra 111 calculators in the lab for restoration. I'm gonna make a video of that. That one is almost restored. It has some problems with digits not really loading, but I'm gonna take care of that. And what is happening here? Yeah. Okay, let's check one thing. Yeah. Just tiny bit of technical difficulties on the monitoring, but nothing to worry about. Thanks, Matthew, for the congratulations. I have been waiting for this moment for... I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh no. No, not all my life, but over 2 years, 830 days from my first video to 1000 subscribers. Talk about being total shit at self-promotion. Back to the Iskra calculator. Look at this. Seems familiar? No. It's the Soviet logic technology, none of that solid logic technology from IBM. Clearly inspired by that. It has multiple integrated circuits of very low scale integration. It's just 4 gates in this thing. 2 inverters and 2 NAND gates. And that's all there is to it. Made in the 1970s. 1975. While IBM made the SLT in 1960s already. In the Gemini days. So the Soviet Union was a teeny tiny bit behind. And I guess that when they decided to develop the RIAD, the unified system computer that was meant to be at least software compatible with IBM System 360 or 70, they made it with their equivalent of CMOS or TTL chips. They completely skipped the SLT phase because they didn't make the chips in time. Oh no, they didn't make the computer system in time. They had better chips by then. So any Western technology that was copied and reverse engineered by the Soviets could be copied and made using some newer generation components, not necessarily better in quality. Razer mic. Alright, what's going on? No longer 1000 bits format reading. My mic didn't have a heat stroke. It's not a vacuum tube mic. Yeah, Matthew, 2 years. It's been over 2 years for me. 830 is it's yeah, 265 times 2. Oh bloody hell! I got a calculator for that. $730 plus 100, so that would be 2 years and 100 days, 2 years and 3 months, 2 years and a quarter that took me to reach 1,000 subscribers. So your friend did a little faster. I guess that your friend did a little faster, Matthew. Yeah, I guess that some topics are harder to get subscribers, like yeah, I mostly do vintage electronics and more computers. Vacuum tubes, all that kind of stuff. And the thing is that I'm sticking to my guns doing the channel. Like, I won't pay for YouTube's paid promotion, even though that would probably make the algorithm more favorable for me. And also, I don't really have the time and energy to do any extensive editing, so I will just carry on doing my recorded and posted thing. Unless something is really messed up and I have to edit the video. Like something has gone wrong when recording and I have to record the part in another run. I won't redo the whole video because it's sometimes impossible to make the video anew. Because what I was filming was already done and can be reversed. Damn it, cat. Damn it, cat. Like the ZX Spectrum Plus 2 videos, both of them, they had immense technical difficulties due to the camera not cooperating fully. And lots of the footage was lost. It didn't make it to the disc. So I had to make videos of the thing I didn't necessarily want to show because I lost the footage from the actual work process when I had the Spectrum on my bench. Yeah, reading the chat. Robert reminds me of something that Fran had with the Moon program. Quick Martha 810. Yeah, Matthew, no super chat. I guess that super chat is only an option for the monetized channels. My channel can't be monetized until it reaches the 3,000 public watch hours mark. And I'm not even halfway there. And before that, the YouTube partnership program is not an option for me. It's not available. It's not just 1,000 subscribers that was the requirement. It's also the actual watch time. YouTube shenanigans. I'm not going for the YouTube monetization. I'm not really keen on having advertisements in my videos. I'm doing videos for the people, for real humans, not the algorithm, not the spam bots, and not any artificial intelligence. I'm making videos for real humans. And Keritech is always about resistance. Gammy Puffle, you joined us through Retro and Chill. Nice! I've been more active on Telegram lately. I think I also need to get back to Usagi Electric's Discord. It's just... the thing is that it's just too much stuff happening. I can't keep up with all of this. If I want to do any work, if I want to do my projects, I can't be constantly online, and I think I've been chronically online for the past few years. Just a teeny tiny bit too much. I've got some restoration and repair projects for the customers. I will really need to get down to those. There's something big coming! Needs some reorganization. Also another one. Am I sweating like a pig now? Yeah, this is a nice cork. Cork Poly 61 from the 1980s. The real deal. None of that teeny tiny modern synthesizer rubbish, but I will also have a modern synthesizer build project. Just in case. Electrons falling out. The Open Music Lab's mixtape alpha. One of the guys had me assemble this. I started doing this project in the winter. Started it last year, but I'm having some problems getting parts for this. It was designed with some parts that were available way back when, but nowadays I can't find the exact replacements, and I think I will have to fiddle with the designer a teeny tiny bit and maybe customize some parts. I got something interesting to show you. Yeah, no. I got a surgical microscope. Got it from a robotics association because they had a big-ass surgical microscope on a stand. This was just a part of it, the business end, but the whole thing has had a huge base and arm to operate this, and that was scrapped. I wouldn't be able to even carry it upstairs to my lab. But they saved the microscope and they were getting rid of some stuff. I got it for free. And I will need to make a base for this, so I can install it on my bench. Probably temporarily. And that will come in handy in viewing the teeny tiny printed circuit boards. So, more tech at Keritech. Because that's all this is about. It's Keri doing tech. Keritech. Oh, thanks, Matthew. Share my channel. Any promotion. If you know someone who might be interested in my stuff, tell them. That's another viewer and another viewer, and that's how I get them. Keyboard Cat 2.0. Yeah. Not exactly 90s then, DCL, and it was 80s. More vintage than hey, Atkalar. Nice to see you here. Yeah, free is nice. Of course free is nice. Hi, Rachel. Nice to see you. Yeah, Facebook Messenger shares. Sometimes direct communication is the way. Like yeah, telling them, yes, I am Keri, I run my own YouTube channel. Probably the most underrated tech YouTube channel out there on YouTube. One of the most. Because there's a bunch of other nice and small and cozy channels. And I think that they have it. They also have it quite difficult to even get out there and just be seen. Like, if you have a big channel with tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of subscribers, you don't really need that much of promotion. Of course, like Fran mentioned a lot of times, Dave Jones also did. At some point, you hit the wall. And the channel stops to grow because first the viewers have limited capacity for watching videos. Like if you work, you have limited time. You can only watch so many. You can't watch it all, so you have to prioritize. You have to choose. Then if you do the videos on a niche topic like vintage electronics, there's a limited community interested in that stuff. If you do videos on more popular subjects like current matters, philosophy, social issues, politics, many blood-sucking creatures, you're gonna get a lot of publicity in no time, but if you're controversial, you have to grow a thick skin to be able to handle all the flack. All this while doing the vintage electronics, it's not that controversial, unless there is some drama going on with some people in the retro community, like there was with the 8-bit guy. 8-bit guy versus Tecmo. Yeah. I'm completely not into drama. I just do tech. I just carry on. So, I don't think I will become all that popular. It was, I think that back when the COVID pandemic hit, people were massively laid off or transferred to remote work. That means that they had more free time because they didn't have to commute or even work at all. So they had more time to devote to watching videos, and YouTube grew in that time, and channels that were around back then, they really had an opportunity to grow. But now, after the pandemic is over, back to the normal, and even the channels that made it out there are noticing the slower growth, or even no growth at all, because I'm seeing it all the time with Fran. And even when the big channels have their difficulties, it can't compare to the teeny tiny channels like mine. Maybe mine is not that teeny tiny because it's past 1,000. But yeah, it's the limited capacity of the platform. It's also about the size of the viewer base. YouTube is vastly popular. If I wanted to go on Odyssey or some other platform, there wouldn't be the viewer base. I would be there all alone. Maybe a bunch of bigger YouTubers like Dave Jones, like Marty Sadagdar, who are known to post videos on Odyssey, they could. Also from a community that I would be active in, but yeah. Hi Chipmunk, nice to see you again. Let's see what's been happening here. Find me from Big Clive Live, DC Allen. You could have found me from Fran, but but yeah, I haven't watched Big Clive live stream for a long time. Oh, by the way, 20 hours 37, and I forgot about something. You know what this was for? If you wanna run cool, you gotta run on heavy fuel. Great! Let's try again. Waffle! Thanks for mentioning Big Clive. Looks like I have some life in me. She's also in the same town as me, Matthew. Interesting. In Gdańsk. Hey, Scrap Dog. Looks like I've been woofling for someone. For someone who truly appreciates a good woofle. A good woofle and a level amp. Underrated Mrs. Beast. Mistress for ya. That's Mistress. That's Mistress for ya. Yeah, recognizing a few faces indeed. Atkeler from Austria, not Australia. Great bit guy. Yeah, he comes across as a little bit too right wing for me. I will carry on being active in the queer retro electronics community. By the way, the problem with the Polish retro electronics community is that it's oversaturated with right-wingers and downright fascists. And that's why I'm not very active in that. I've got I'm friends with a bunch of guys from the Northern Poland computer association named RetroComp, but that's pretty much that. I sometimes comment on Polish electronics videos, but there's always this bit of risk that it's gonna turn against me. Against me! Transgender Dysphoria Blues. My favorite album of that group. Best of friends? Maybe. Indeed, Austria and Australia. Interact. Stupid mobile. By the way, my mobile. You might not be able to see it, but I dropped it and the screen has discombobulated. Grip. Gotta order a new one and replace it. Now phone for me for a bunch of days. Of course, Chipmunk, all the big channels started out small. Rome wasn't built in a day. Fire to the wire, indeed. Hi, Brad. Nice to see you here. Max Discipline. That's giving me funny ideas. Okay. Still can't afford any rubber or latex. Yeah, Chipmunk, I saw that Fran is considering doing live streams. Live streams are shorter now. Interesting. Maybe I will get back to doing my live streams after Clive, now that Clive has cut down on the streaming time. I'm not sure if he goes for 2 hours or even shorter. Back in the day, I remember he could go way past 2 hours, and that coincided with Fran's streams and with my streams. And if he cut down on the time, I'm not sure what this means for Clive and community. Is it a sign of a creeping burnout? I'm not sure. Like, I make less videos nowadays. You don't see them that often, every few weeks. I need to get back to doing that, like the Iskra project. I also have another project here. This is a real deal pre-Second World War Polish electricity meter made by the Karol or Kazimierz Szpotański Electrical Works in Warsaw. Back in the day, the Szpotański factory did some really fine electrical devices and stuff for the distribution networks, and also for industrial wiring. That's gonna make a whole episode, because when I looked at the photos of the wares of the factory, it was just awesome. And Szpotański started out as a two people's workshop, I think. Maybe this is the way for Keritech, but it could have been the way in better times. Now I'm not so sure if it's any possible. I'm just pulling myself up by the bootstraps, doing repairs. That also takes quite some time. Recently I had two Samsung studio monitors in for repair. Heavy beasts. Each one of them was something like 500 watts. And they both had their tweeters broken. Tweeters, none of that X rubbish. And I had to replace the tweeters. In order to replacing the tweeters, I had to figure out a way to get into those things, because they needed a huge screwdriver. The holes were too deep. And I had to do it in the field to diagnose the problem. When I did, I did it with multiple extenders. Like those pesky little buggers connected together. We had to gather and put them together just to be able to reach into the deep hole. And when those speakers were brought to my lab, I didn't have that many extenders, so I figured out another way. Let me show you. See this? An M8 threaded rod. And on the end, it's a bushing from a discombobulated extender. Like when I was taking this thing apart, I had to punch the hex rod part out of the bushing. And then I cut the thread in the hole. So I had an M8 threaded bushing. Then the thread was tighter than Evergranger's laces, and that's what makes the two parts stick together. And then it was just a matter of attaching it in the drill and driving the screws out. And when I was putting the speakers back together, driving them in, worked like a charm. But the speakers themselves, the tweeters, even after I replaced the coils, that didn't want to work. Turned out that I had to do some work on the amplifiers because those were active monitors, and the power amplifiers themselves were good. They worked nicely. They did supply enough power as specified, like 400 watts for the bass section and 100 watts for the treble section. That thing had a active crossover. But the culprit was a relay. Like both speakers, both of them, that's interesting, had failed relays on the treble section output. And what's more interesting was that both of those relays had blown coils. It was not about the contacts, it was about the coils. A strange failure mode. Like, sounds more like sloppy engineering than a problem between the left ear and the right one. on the user side. Yeah, reading the chat. What's going on? Thermal camera plus woofers are excellent. I wish I could afford a thermal camera. Maybe someone of you could send me one. If you got one kicking around and you don't need it. I don't really get stuff from my viewers. I wish. I mostly get stuff from my IRL friends from the Computer Association. Vertiformal woofles. Interesting. Do I have Discord? Yeah, I do. Oh, I think I started a Discord server a few years ago, and I didn't really go on with creating the channels. It's just that running an online community, it also takes time. Diverts time from my life. How many days can tech YouTubers last in the dungeon for insert an Obtainian tech? The dungeon! The dungeon is for another thing. That's the association the name has for me. ACK screen broke. She's off. Never know when one may need a flogger or riding crop. And a bunch of handcuffs. And a spreader bar. I made 2 spreader bars. You never knew me from that side, but make your own everything, including BDSM toys. Voted for Sunday for France. Yeah. Sadie, nice to see you. One and a half hours, you say, Chipmunk. Okay, that's nice to know. $15 amp max. No, this meter, it's 5 amps. I don't have autofocus on this camera. It's fixed focus, but the max current rating right here, it's 5 amps. Also tells the story of electricity back in the day. Before the war, 5 amps was enough for the entire house wiring. If you had electric lights, if you had a radio, if you were rich enough to have a tube radio rather than a cat whisker and crystal radio. Not to mention household appliances. Having a vacuum cleaner was something back then. And I don't think that electric cookers were all that popular. Washing machines? What is a washing machine? Only for the rich ass people who could afford such luxury. Standard households Their main draw was the lights. £50 coins in the electric meter. Interesting. Now we have equivalents of that. If you have trouble paying for electricity bills, you can have a prepaid meter that you have to charge before you can use the electricity. You pay for the number of kilowatt hours, and if you run out, the meter will cut you off. But that's more of a special case rather than a standard thing in installations. Yeah, reading the chat for some more. What was going on? Jumped me to the end. One hour into the stream. I'll carry on for one more hour until 10 p.m. That's one more than Fran's last Monday stream. That was just an hour. Then the t-shirt stream. I will be getting that t-shirt. Oh. I cleaned the buffer. Oh, one moment, please. I try to connect it closer. Carry on poking around. If anyone is interested in what the code on Fran's t-shirt does, first was just a comment, the RAM t-shirt. Second, Poke 646, 1 is setting the text font color to one that is white. This is a green glow screen that it's green monochrome like those old terminals. So it doesn't really display the colors like it should. But I have to actually send the white signal in order to be able to see anything on this thing. So Poke 646 changes the numeric value of the font color. 0 is black and 1 is white, and 2, 3, 4, etc. Then there are other colors. Poke 53280, I think it changes the color of the rectangular border around the screen, but not the text background. And Poke 53281 changes the text background's color. Both 53280 and 281 that were changed to 0, that is black. So all the code does is just display the white text on black background with black border. That's all there is to it. Okay, let's read the chat for some more. Yeah, now that's an extender. You call that an extender? This is an extender. Making tools used to be part of an apprenticeship here for some jobs. Yeah. Make your own tools, make your own jigs. Gotta show you a little one. One moment, please. I guess I had this in this box. Oh yeah. There it is. Because, see, I bought something like 200 of black and white chicken head knobs for making amps. The problem with those knobs is that they don't have the screw or the hole for the screw. They are the push-on type. That was why they were so cheap. But they have a cutout hole, the rectangular one, next to the shaft. And I decided to try if I could modify those knobs to be the standard screw clamp type that could accept any shaft. So I made this teeny tiny thing using the radial sockets that I cut down on 2 adjacent walls. And all I have to do is put the knob on the vertical one, position it, and then drill through this hole into the chicken head knob. That makes a perfect hole that I can use for a grab screw. And the rectangular hole, it accepts a standard M4 nut. So that's 7 millimeters wide. So I can make a perfect knob by adding a grab screw and a M4 nut. I think I will make a video about it. And by the way, let me show you some knobs that I made and that are ready. I decided to add something on those knobs. Red marking paint. I just used some nail polish to do that. Simple as it gets. So, a simple tool that does the job. a simple jig. Old people of the generation don't want to make a fuss. Yeah. I'm seeing it also with the boomer generation here in Poland. Lab looks great. Thanks, Sadie. That's nice to hear. I like your lab too. Looks like you're getting new test gear. Penthouse lab. Yeah, my lab is located in the last floor in a tenement house in central Gdańsk. It's actually in a council-owned flat, so we don't have to pay too much rent. Given the market value of flats in this neighborhood, it's very safe here. But the problem is that it's by the main street, the most posh street and the most representative one. It's full of tourists in summer. And even outside spring and summer, there's a lot of musicians playing some music. They play the same thing all over and over and over again outside. They play even into the night, and that sometimes gets on my nerves. Plus, there's also stairs to go up here. There's no elevator. So if you want to carry some heavy stuff into my lab, like the aforementioned speaker systems that weigh 30 kilos each, you're gonna have a hard time. I wish I could move my lab to a post-industrial space on the ground floor. I would love to have a workshop, not just a workshop, a space to hang out and to meet people, to hack, to organize small jam sessions and jigs. But the rent prices they are so ridiculously high. There's no way I could afford that stuff. I'm running my lab and workshop on a budget tighter than Ethel Granger's laces. If I were to rent a space, it would not be an option at all. Yeah, let's read the chat. For those pesky bands. You don't want to know what the spreader bar is used for. Did Poland do the same thing as other European countries? Having two separate meters for different tariffs. Back in the People's Republic of Poland, there were double tariff meters that were switched by a control clock. If you had electrical heating and that mandated the use of the split tariff. Now it's done electronically. I'm on the split tariff. We've got peak hours from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Other than that, it's 12 hours. I've got a storage water heater that's the major power hog. I run it only on the off-peak hours. All the powerful appliances like a washing machine and a dishwasher, I also run them off-peak. Same with cooking. We've got an induction cooktop. And I really like the induction cooktop. before I got it, we had a gas cooked up, and then we got rid of gas. Ain't gonna pay Putin a single grosh. Put out, Putin. Speaking of the recent events, yeah, it was a tragedy in the concert hall in Moscow. The Daesh terrorist attack. But yeah, I've got my fears about what that mad motherfucker's gonna do as the aftermath. Like, he's gonna blame Ukraine. There's so many wars going on around the world. Just, why couldn't we as a humanity in general join ranks, get over the wars on our own planet, become united? I think that the global government wouldn't really be that bad of an idea. There's a certain form of it, like the United Nations. But yeah, I really think that we as people and as inhabitants of the Earth, we should join our ranks and our forces, be united as a planet, and reach out into the space. Not for exploitation, because the space mining programs, projects, I'm very opposed. I'm very opposed to that. Like, it's gonna be what was with areas of Earth in the 15th, 16th, 17th century, just colonizing and killing the indigenous people, exploiting the resources. Have we grown up? Have we become wiser over time? Some of us did, but there are still greedy motherfuckers who just want to exploit other planets, the moon. That's not gonna be Star Trek. That's gonna be Dune. If they have their way, it's gonna be Dune. It's gonna be the fucking Harkonnens. The elongated masquerade is a fucking Harkonnen. Greed and lust for power. War never changes. The Romans have waged war to out of their lust for wealth and territory. To gather slaves and wealth. Spain, Hitler, now Russia, China, US, fucking A. Same thing. Centuries pass, same thing. There are two constant things in this world. Greed and lust for power is one. Change is another. But if the greed and lust for power doesn't submit to change, we are fucked. Print word words. Go to 10. Bane of Dixons and Carries. Carries, not Carrie. Hacking the Gibson. No, I don't have any Gibson. Neither SG nor a Les Paul. Deep cleaning. Personal Pip Boy, not Pip Boy. Yeah, I love the old monitors. Spectrums has basic keywords for all that, yeah. Yeah, the owner of that Xerox Spectrum is still very grateful to me for my work on that thing. I fixed it, I corrected the factory errors, and I did that Keritech mod of the tape drive to get rid of the noise on the audio output. Winner, winner, chicken head, no dinner. Oh yeah, nail polish is something every electronics person should have. At least for sealing the threads and parts that you adjust, calibrate. And if you want to see if it was tampered with, you can just put a dab of some enamel on this. That's how it was done for decades. Made by hand with love. No matter if it's in Gdańsk or in Philadelphia. Or New York for some time. Clive's piles of junk. Yeah, from Temu. Fix as in fix into place, not repair. Rapunzel star. I wish. Tell you what, in Dutch cities they have hooks on top of the old tenement buildings precisely for that. You had a pulley that you could hang on that hook and use the rope for pulling the furniture up or down when moving houses. Nowadays they do it in a different way. They have a car or a trailer with a ramp that goes up a slide. A house moving elevator. Then it's all a matter of taking the car to the building right below the window of the flat you want to move, and then reaching out to that window putting some braces to stabilize the thing. And then you just use this elevator to take the stuff up or down. Back in 2015 or 16, I did some research on that stuff because I was helping my friend to move out a printing press out of an old historical art school building. Ultimately, there were some disagreements, and I'm not sure if anyone continued with that task. But at least I have some knowledge from that. You can always learn. It's 21 hours 28 here, so the waffle time is coming. Reading the chat. Yeah, the protests in Israel. The Israeli people, they're, as a nation, as a government, it's just colonizers. It's what the descendants of Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and the like, just in another place, they are displacing the indigenous Palestinian people, doing it brutally, doing it in an abhorrent, totally criminal way. Like denying healthcare, denying life necessities, water, shelter. I'm on the side of Palestine, but not the Islamist radicals from Hamas. I'm on the side of civilian people who are being murdered. Palestine, Ukraine, similar thing. Poland in 39 to 45. Poland in the 19th century, when it was partitioned and colonized by Prussia, Austria and Russia for 123 years. Until the First World War. Then it was 21 years of freedom, and then the Second World War, and then the dependency on the Soviet Union, and 1989 Poland has become really independent, because having your strings pulled in the Kremlin, it fucking sucked. No matter my appreciation for the vintage Soviet tech, no matter that I myself am a leftist and a socialist, that fucking dictatorship, it really should have ended way faster than it did. And speaking of history, I wonder what would have happened if Poland accepted the Marshall's Plan. It was rejected by the Soviets, by the puppet government in Warsaw that was controlled from Moscow. If they accepted the Marshall's Plan, I think that Poland would have it way better in the 80s, 90s, nowadays. Who knows, maybe even those Catholic fundamentalists that we kicked out from the government in October wouldn't even have started at all. Like, their founding myth is that John Paul II, the Pope, who is very controversial now that some child molesting scandals about some scandals about covering up the child molesting in the Catholic Church have surfaced. He was not all that morally superior, but he's the founding myth of the right-wing Poland and the they believe the right-wingers in Poland, the Catholic fundamentalists, believe that John Paul II single-handedly ended communism here in Poland. All this while, a lot of factors contributed to this. I guess that the global powers like the UK and America back then, with Reagan and Thatcher, they also wanted to spread this myth and support the choosing the Polish person as Pope. Maybe not Reagan and Thatcher, because the pontificate started in 79. Reagan and Thatcher were all 80s already, but yeah, aiding the Catholic Church and the opposition in Poland, it was crucial for them. Oh shit! I just dropped my glass on the laptop. Code red. Hope it doesn't get fucking unforeseen consequences. Unforeseen consequences time. It's chaotic here. Holy shit. Mitigating the disaster! Background lurker? Okay. Why not? Yeah, Lech Wałęsa. I guess my keyboard is acting up. My keyboard on the laptop. Okay, got it pretty much running. I can scroll the chat, but I think I will have to clean the keyboard in isopropyl alcohol. Yeah, the only thing war makes is people rich, the ones selling arms to both sides. And now my laptop has died. Holy shit. That goes on the bench. I will have to open the browser on the PC to be able to read the chat. And I'm past the woofle. Looking at the outside, it's full moon. Stressful moments. Not just my phone failing, but my laptop failing. Back in the control room. Waiting till it loads. Okay, I'm back in the chat. Yeah, Putin. Pure mechanical chipmunk and that color. That would be the IBM Selectric. I still need to repair that. I just don't have time. I have so many projects going on in the lab. Not enough time for that. Never conflate a country with its government. Indeed. It's also a thing about the situation in Poland now. Like, now that the ruling coalition is holding back on the legislation to make abortion legal and on legislation in favor of queer people's rights, and their electorate, their constituency, is far more progressive than the politicians. Yeah, that's politics. Many blood-sucking creatures. Reagan and that bitch. Yeah, they were evil. A spillage occurred. Yes, indeed. The spillage. That was a big discombobulation. I will have to take care of that thing. Of the laptop. Gonna take me some time. And about that woofle. Maybe not that impressive. Do it again just to see if it was not a fluke. I see my girlfriend in the chat. Yeah, take the battery out if you can. That was a bit late. I think that I can show Julia how to take this thing apart and clean it. Hopefully it's not good as that. Showing out behind my back. Okay, interesting. Not the stream you want. Yeah, I guess that it's Loki's will. Loki wants it. Hi, Vampy. Guys and girls and non-binary pals. Or like David Bowie said, ladies and gentlemen and others. What a whopper.
Hello. So you wanna drink? Because we have 1K subscribers, we have vodka and we have cola.
Yeah, that's Julia, my girlfriend. She's in the chat.
Yes. And I'm doing a bit of trolling because I can. Because I love this crazy witch right here.
Yeah, she loves me. And I love her too. What a whopper. War operations plan response. I know she will be mad at me for doing it, but I just find it too funny to give her deserved drinks for hitting 1K. Yeah, it will be time to celebrate. After the stream, I'm gonna down a few glasses. I don't normally drink alcohol, but I'll make an exception. Run on heavy fuel. Because if you wanna run cool, you got to run on heavy fuel. Yeah, with voltage present. Yeah, I think that I will recombobulate the keyboard, clean it with isopropyl alcohol. Yeah, Eileen, nice to see you. Alana, so many in real life friends here. That's
a lot
nice.
of alcohol inside.
Oh yeah.
Really, a lot of alcohol inside.
Looks like vodka and cola. Looks like vodka with cola.
More like cola with vodka, but okay.
Cola with vodka.
Yes.
Okay. If I had the spectrophotometer working, I could just test I could just test the concentration of cola in the mixture.
Around 20% of alcohol based on the amount.
Yeah. The Lambert Beers theorem. Oh, and there's Coco. I think I should rename the stream to the Keritech stream Unforeseen Consequences Edition.
Consequences are both here.
Yeah. In case of unforeseen consequences.
Oh no.
Use a crowbar.
She grabbed the crowbar. We don't have any more failures today.
Yeah. Oh, and there's one thing that I wanted to show you. Forgot about this little vintage, very old school, probably 70s or 80s. The industrial grade labeler that I labeled not a Dymo because it's Rotex and it uses mainly 12mm embossing tapes in this nice case that was looks like leather but might not be actual leather. But look at that! How things were made back in the day. It looks so elegant, so nice. Thing of beauty, Joy forever. They just don't care about packaging the gear, unless it's pretty high end, very professional. Then it can be found in a nice case, but you can hardly get nice stuff nowadays. When I got it, I bought it second hand. It's quite a good help here in the shop. Yeah, once party in Gdańsk, yeah, indeed. Na zdrowie, Claire. Thanks. Yeah, is that my crowbar at your place, Eileen? No, it's not your crowbar. It's mine. Just in case science goes wrong.
Gordon Freeman moment.
If it's not shutting down. Dymo, not a Dymo. It's not a Dymo, it's Rotex. Rotex industrial /free. Yeah, compressed cardboard, that's probably what it is.
I told her that.
Hmm. The other one that came out of Amsterdam. Nice! Act Netherlands.
And can't fix the stream again.
The modern brother labor printers are pretty decent. Alana knows something about that because she has a brother printer. I also have Dymo label makers. Hi Zbigniew. I got the Dymo label writer Duo. That's the first Dymo I had. Carries hacked because it had a battery that failed, and I modified it to get rid of the battery, eliminate it, and use a power supply with a voltage regulator module. Like it's deep in the battery compartment. Not sure if you can see that. Let's get over to the bench. I will show you. Yeah, that was this pesky little bugger. I didn't even bother attaching it to the enclosure. I can theoretically pull this thing out. Yeah. LM317. Your regular run-of-the-mill LM317 because I've got tons of this stuff. Maybe not as many as Fran, but still a nice supply. Gonna last me a lifetime. So this is the first Dymo I have. Carries hacked Dymo label manager PNP. No battery, no DRM. It comes from the pre-DRM era of Dymo. The other one also comes from the pre-DRM era, the label writer Duo. It works with the sticky labels, pretty much like the Zebra label printers. But it also works with the 12mm half-inch Dymo label type. Now if I can show you. Probably not. Or if just a bit of figuring things out. Connect the 24-volt power. Eject. So we've got the standard Dymo D1 cartridge in this thing. And it works quite nicely under the Dymo label software for Windows, but has some issues in glabels 3 under Linux. And it's 3 minutes until 10 p.m. Here. We're gonna end the stream pretty soon. Let's just read the chat once more. Yeah, his name is Joshua. How about a nice game of chess? No, I would prefer the global thermonuclear war.
I can play chess with you though.
Not sure if she watched war games, but yeah.
I did.
Nice, nice.
Pretty good movie, if I say so myself.
Meow. Yeah, it's party time. Battery Natrix. Yeah, LM317s are very versatile, and if I don't mind bothering with adding to resistors, I prefer 317 to 7805 or 78012. 7812. This is odd for Great Scott. I'd have expected him to use an Arduino. My stance on Arduino is pretty much like Fran's. For learning the actual electronics, getting deep down to the basis. To the actual basis of bipolar transistors, not transistors. I'd rather build a multi-vibrator on 2 NPN transistors. Tinker with the resistor values and the capacitor values to change the frequency. Maybe watch it on the scope if I. Of course, it's not really the advice for the total newcomers to electronics, because at least back in my days, I learned electronics without a scope, not even with a meter in the 90s.
Scary times.
Yeah, it's I got my first multimeter at the beginning of 2000s, I think, when I was in middle school, and got some old stuff from the school's physics lab. Those were the days. I got so much vintage stuff that I took apart. Now, if I got a stash like that, I would keep it and maybe also restore some of that to good working order and sell it off. Back in the day, I just saw this as old devices that were a source of some nice parts, so I took them apart. Vacuum tubes? I broke the vacuum tubes. I regret it now. Now every vacuum tube, it's somewhat a treasure, and even the tubes that no longer work, they can still be used as exhibits, because if you just intend to show them, you don't have to care about the parameters. If you just want to light the heater up, that's that. But if you want to use the tube, it has to be in a good working order. Sometimes when I do vintage restorations, I have to test the tubes, and they turn out dead. I have to replace them. But I keep those dead tubes. I mark them and use them for showing in the beginning of the videos, like I'm Kerry, the vacuum tube witch. It's been a tradition on this channel since the beginning. Most of the time I just rotate a handful of tubes. Some of them are pretty unusual. B13S8 scope CRT. Got it for 5 zloty in an old electronics shop. 5 zloty. The guy had boxes, had a few tens of them. They were worthless to him. Someone even bought a few for an art project, but with no intent to firing it up. If I ever find a 12 kilovolt DC source, I might do some experiments on this.
I'm scared to ask what you're planning with that.
This CRT is smaller, still nice. It's B7 is S4, I think. I'm not sure because the sticker is gone. It was made in the people's. It was made in the German democratic, not so democratic republic. And that would be it for the tubes. Now it's gonna be the time to wrap things up and finish the stream. Try to get that ThinkPad up and running, because this is a critical system, my everyday laptop. So, without further ado, it's past... oh, Alison, nice. Nice to see you. Hi. It's time to wrap things up. 15 viewers at the end, so at the end of the stream. That's a nice number. The community is going. I had less than 10 before. I think that if I go back to regular streaming on weekends, it's gonna grow. So, without further ado, stay determined and carry on. Bye!